All right, everyone. Today is Friday, January 20th, and it's still the beginning of the year, so there's a couple of more just housekeeping things that I need to do to get ready for the rest of the year. And one of those things is to review and update my investment policy statement as needed. So I did that. It's a 6-page statement, and I'm going to link to a template of this statement down below in the video so you can grab it, modify it, edit it, do what you like with it. But basically, I went through all of my accounts and made sure that they're up to date. And in 2022, I did add one account, so that list was revised, but everything else stayed the same. I then reviewed my goals and just made sure that I was either on track or if there were any goals that needed to be updated, that I do that. And one of the changes I did was just to push out my trigger date by a couple more years than I had initially expected. And one of the main reasons for that is that I wanted to just have a little bit of a nicer lifestyle than I had planned. And there's only two ways to do that. You can either save a lot more, get better returns, or work a little longer. So I decided to work a little longer. So updated my numbers and timeline as necessary. On the next page, we have time horizon, and because I pushed my date out by a couple of years, that has been updated as well. Risk tolerance remains pretty much the same. I think I did delete that it was okay for me to use actively managed funds. I do have 2 actively managed mutual funds in my portfolio, but they're a very small portion of the portfolio. And my plan for 2023 is to sell them and get out of that and just go with straight passive index funds. So that section got removed. I also went through here and just updated my asset allocation as I transitioned to my long-term holding allocation. So one of the things that I changed here is that I said I'll favor passively managed investment. Before it was a little bit more vague, where it made active investments okay as well. But like I said, I'm going to move out of that, so that got updated as well. The rest of the section here in terms of allocation was mostly the same. The only tweak that I did here was with my strategic allocation, I decided to reduce the gold holding just a bit. I went back and read some research recently, and now I'm questioning if I should do that or not. But for now, I'm going to leave it. So, this is a decision I made in 2022 to reduce that to 7%. And I'll keep that for the rest of the year and see how that goes. But the research I was alluding to basically says that you probably want between 10 and 15% of gold in your portfolio. It helps smooth the ride and actually improves returns a little bit. This is close to 10, but yeah, it is what it is. And then the rest of this is updated accordingly because of that allocation change. On the next page, talks a little bit about rebalancing. So initially, I had a rebalancing time frame of 18 months. This was from, last January? So there was a couple of more months left into it. But since I decided to update my contribution to the $1 million portfolio, I accelerated the rebalancing by 3 months. So that's the only one that changed there. In terms of option strategy, previously I was a little bit more aggressive with my option strategy, where I was able to use cash balances to write cash secure puts. I took that strategy away, and now the only option strategy that I'm going to follow is writing cover calls. So that's that bit here. And then in terms of the rest of this is the retirement asset allocation, which is basically slightly more conservative than my strategic allocation. And the main difference here is just shifting some of that funds to cash. The rest is pretty much the same, although you'll see that in my retirement asset allocation, there's a little bit higher gold holding for sure. I think I do want that stability as I head into the drawdown phase. So that's what it is. All of this is the same. So no change, sign my name, put a date on it, and I'm good to go for the rest of the year. But this is a good reminder that when you enter into a new year, there are a lot of things that you're doing to prepare for your financial life. You're reviewing your brokerage statements, your mortgage statements, getting ready to file taxes, gathering all your bills, receipts, what have you, and reviewing your investment policy statement should be one of those activities. It doesn't take very long, and it's definitely worth the time. I use this just to guide me throughout the year. Whenever I think that I'm going to make a stupid decision and I question myself, I open this up, go to the relevant section, read it. If my investment policy statement allows me to do that, then I'll do it. But if it says don't do that, then I'll back off. It doesn't mean that I can never do it. It's just that it would have to be a conscious decision, and I have to update my IPS accordingly to allow for whatever I'm contemplating. So it's just a good tool and a good discipline to establish so that you don't get too emotional when markets are going crazily down or crazily up. It doesn't matter which way. In any case, I hope that you find this useful. And like I said, the template for my statement is in the description below, so feel free to use it. And if you have any feedback, I look forward to hearing it. All right, thanks, and see you later. Bye.